Good afternoon. Today is the 14th of February. It's very bright here in Epsom, and I wanted to talk today about whether or not you need a car in London. So one of the things I want to do first is define what exactly London is. There's so many different things you can define London as. You can define London as the area within the M25 motorway. You can define London as the area that's within the 020 dialing code. You can define London as in what's officially within Greater London on a map. There's so many different things. For the sake of argument, I'm going to just use three different terminologies today. Inner London is basically the Zone 1, which is Central London, and Zone 2, which is just out there. That's areas like sort of Battersea and kind of Fulham and places like that. Then I'm just going to say Outer London, which is the area up until, Kingston upon Thames, Ilford, places like that. Those are all in Outer London. And then within the M25, you get to places like Epsom, which isn't technically in London, but it still counts for many people as being within there. So I'll say within the M25 for that. So do you need a car in inner London? Possibly not. The thing is that the congestion in London is very bad. Parking is very expensive. You're probably, unless you're going regularly out of inner London, having a car might not be the best way to get around. Maybe get an Uber taxi or maybe Zip car or something like that if you really need something. But within there, unless you've got a family and you need to carry a lot of people around, having a car in inner London might not be the most useful thing. In outer London, it really depends. If you're travelling around, often it's more convenient to go by car, particularly outside of rush hour, and you'll be able to find more spaces to park. Chances are your house might come with a driveway to put your car on, which is particularly important if you've got an electric car. Quite possibly that could work really, really well. Sometimes trains are not that reliable. I was coming back yesterday into central London on the train, and it was delayed by 40 minutes. The trains have the same problems as on the road. Sometimes they work well, sometimes they don't. And, sometimes a car, particularly outside of rush hour, can work really, really well out of London. So in the M25, do you need a car? Well, possibly not if you're near a station, as I am here in Epsom. We've got a couple of stations here that take you into central London in about 30 minutes. It's not too bad. And a particular station that I'm near, which is Your West, that's actually within the London travel card zone. So you don't need to buy a paper ticket to go into London, which is great. So sometimes public transport's really great here. Sometimes it's very patchy. There's areas around here where, the bus routes are quite a long way away. They're not very frequent. And, a lot of my driving is going out of London from here. So we personally have a car each. My wife's got a car. I've got mine, which is the Seat I'm in today. It's having a car around here. It's really, really useful. It's not always that handy. We've still got traffic problems. The M25's notoriously busy at times, and going into London or something like the A3, that can be a bit of a problem. But depending on the cost and the time of day, having a car out here can be really, really useful actually. So very often, if you're going with more than one person, it can be quite handy to have a car if you can get some free parking where you're going. Certainly public transport, with one person, it can work out more expensive for just one person to have a car to do a journey that can be done on public transport. If you've got more than one person, and sometimes you can just share the cost of the petrol or the diesel or the charge if you've got an electric car. So that can work out really well if you're taking more than one person around. So I really hope you found that video interesting. Please don't forget to leave a comment, to like this video, to subscribe to my channel. Visit my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. My website is www.lloydvehicleconsulting.co.uk. And please do get in touch via my website if you wish for me to source a car for you, whether you're in London or whether you're not. I've done jobs as far north as Harrogate and far east as Suffolk. Please do get in touch if that's something that you wish to discuss with me. Thank you ever so much indeed for watching.